The stretch release of Raspbian comes with an application called SmartSim. It's not immediately clear what this program does, but with a bit of investigation, we learn that it's a workbench for exploring digital concepts. Let's take a very brief look at how to use it to learn about logic gates and other components. Hi, I'm Mark Neiman Ross, and welcome to this week's edition of Raspberry Pi Weekly. Every week, we explore the Raspberry Pi and share useful tips. First, you'll find SmartSim in the Education menu. When it opens, you'll see a project area. At the top is a toolbar. Let's create a simple project. Select File, New Project, and then select File, New Component. Be sure the window is dragged out to show the entire length of the toolbar. The 7-segment display is interesting, so let's start with that. I click on the icon and then click on the workspace. There, I've added my first component. Now I'm going to add 4 push buttons. I click on the push button icon and I click 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm going to flip the right-hand side icons, and to do that, I use the Orientate tool. I click on the Orientate tool, click on the push button, and drag it to the left. I'm going to zoom in. I can either use the Zoom tool or use View Fit Design to Display. Now we'll need to connect the push buttons to the 7-segment display. Click once on the connector icon. Then to connect a wire, you click once on the push button and once on the 7-segment display, and then again so that the wire turns black. If I make a mistake, I can click on the trash can to remove the wire. Connecting wires takes a bit of practice, but you'll learn how pretty quickly. Now that you've connected all the components, use Component Set as Root to make this the root component. Then select Run. Click on the push buttons to change the display. Do you understand the relationship between the push buttons and the display? Yep, the display is showing the hexadecimal value of the binary states of the push buttons. Why do you suppose you get F if you turn on all the buttons? And how would you display a C? Close the simulation and then save this component. Be sure to add .ssc for a component file at the end of the file name. Then save the project. Be sure to add SSP at the end of this file name. When you want to open this project, open it from the application. Double-clicking will show you the contents, but not launch the application. I've just touched the surface of this very powerful educational tool. To find out more, check out the documentation at the SmartSim website. Click on Help, About, and then follow the link to the SmartSim website. The user manual is located at the bottom of the Downloads page. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Raspberry Pi Weekly. Be sure to join the LinkedIn group and check out previous episodes on LinkedIn Learning. I'll see you next week with more Raspberry Pi adventures.